Toxic parenting creates situations where the child is deprived of the understanding, the nurturing, and the care that he or she is supposed to receive. Children that grow with toxic parents usually suffer a lot. They suffer bad mental health, they suffer low self-esteem, they go out of their way to please everyone, displeasing themselves, believing that that's how they will get love. They also tend towards using drug and substance abuse because they don't know what to do with themselves anymore. That is what we want to discuss today. Welcome to another edition of Impactful Parenting Tips on the Impactful Parents Academy. I am Oluwakemi Wolabi, the convener of the Impactful Parents Academy. If you are just joining us, you are welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for keeping in touch and staying tuned. God bless you. Always hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified whenever I publish amazing videos like this. Let's go ahead. I said toxic parenting is very bad because the children are usually being affected. So today we are considering some of the signs of a toxic parent. If you are displaying any of these signs, it shows that you are a toxic parent. The first one, when you are self-centered. A toxic parent is usually self-centered. They care less about what happens to the children. They want to satisfy themselves first. That mother wants to get the shoe, the bag, and the things that she needs. That father wants to build a house or buy the cars that he needs, without thinking of what will happen to the children or the children needs. It's always about themselves first. Another thing, a toxic parent is usually emotionally unpredictable. They are usually overreacting about everything. They tend to shift blame of everything that happens to them on their children. They shift all their emotional burdens to their children. It is because of you that I don't have a good job. It is because of you that I married this man. They shift all the burden of the children till the children becomes an image of something else of themselves. Because sometimes the children cannot even undo what you are telling them. They don't even know why they are responsible for what you are telling them that they are responsible. Another thing, a sign that shows that a parent is toxic is that a toxic parent is usually emotionally not connected or uninvolved with the children. They don't care what happens to the children. Some parents will provide all the money that the child needs, all the things that the child needs, but they don't get to connect with the child emotionally. They don't know what is happening to their children per time. That's why their children usually fall prey to sexual predators or friends that will lead them astray because they don't have a listening ear at all. So when they see a friend that is showing them love, they believe that that's the best thing that can happen to them. Till when the person sees that they are really, really love deprived, the person shows them love and start taking advantage of them, which is very dangerous for the child. Another sign of a toxic parent is that a toxic parent is usually abusive in nature. A toxic parent is usually abusive. A toxic parent is the one that every time they are looking for means of disgracing the child or means of abusing the child in the presence of his or her friends. They just want the child to feel less of himself or herself per time. Another sign of a toxic parent is the fact that a toxic parent is usually very, very harsh in criticism. They show harsh criticism. There is nothing, no single thing that the child does that is good to them. They don't tend to praise the child for any good milestone that the child achieved. They will always say, after you have achieved it, don't you see your children that are doing better than this? Can't you do better? Can't you do better than this? They don't see anything good in what their children have done. And at this point, the child is pushed over the edge because the child will be wondering, what can I do to please this daddy? What can I do to please this mommy? The child gets unnecessarily worried, and the child may turn to something else when the child is fed up of all the criticism. Now, you have to sit and look at all these issues. Which one of them are you guilty of? Are you self-centered? Are you emotionally unpredictable? Do you overreact to your children? Do you blame your children for everything that you are going through or that is happening to you per time? Are you not in touch with your children? Are you connected with your children at all? Are you in tune with what is happening to your children per time? Are your children your friends? Fine, you should parent them. You should not be their friends, but you can only parent them when you are connected to them. So look at all these signs. If you are displaying any of these signs that you're a toxic parent, then you just have to change. Do you show harsh criticism to your children? Fine, you can criticize them when they do what is wrong, but you criticize them in love. Show them what they have done wrong. Tell them what they have done right to make them happy and look forward to doing more. Are you abusive in nature? Do you beat them for every mistake? Do you disgrace your children in front of their friends? Do you disgrace your children everywhere? Do you abuse your children in public? You have to change if you are displaying any of those characters so that you can get the best out of your children. A toxic parent will create a chaotic situation in the home, and children will not thrive when they grow in a chaotic situation. After now, I want you to look at all these signs of a toxic parent. Look at the one that you are displaying and look for means of correcting them as early as possible. So next time that I come your way, please hit the subscribe button and share this video with parents that needs it.